Hey everybody, welcome to the Healing Room. My name is Marcia Williams. I am a licensed therapist and I'm also a survivor. I am with you on this journey. I was married to a narcissist for 30 years. We dated for 5 years before that. So 35 years of my life. I'm 55 years old. So listen, I want to talk about something that is just hot off the press and heavy on my mind. So it's not what I had planned to talk about today, but I changed it because I want to just come right off the cuff. So I'm talking to y'all like from my heart, from my head, all that. So I'm so glad you're here. Many of you may have seen the interview that Dr. Ramani did with Lewis Howes on the School of Greatness. I love Dr. Ramani. I love Lewis Howes. If you've not seen that podcast, it's awesome. The School of Greatness. I hope to be interviewed by Lewis Howes one day. That would be pretty cool. But Dr. Ramani did a piece. She was interviewed by Lewis Howes, and so it's all over social media. I'm sure you probably have seen it, and I saw it as well, and it just sparked something in me. It just really sparked something in me in terms of the topic that the clip talked about was forgiveness. And so I just wanted to come on here and just share with you, because anyone who's in a relationship with a narcissist or who has been in a previous relationship with a narcissist knows what this journey is like. And I know firsthand from my own personal experience, it is very difficult to get back to ourself, our true self, because in a relationship with a narcissist, that is the very thing that is manipulated by the narcissist, is who we are. We literally completely turn over ourselves, unbeknownst to us. That's very important. We don't walk into this relationship and say, hey, just mold me and groom me and turn me into whoever you want me to be. That's not what we do. But I say this a lot. The reason why a narcissist is attracted to us is because of who we are, because of our empathy, our ability to endure, because we are willing to put others first. We are willing to put others before us. We want other people to be happy. All those things, that's what we do. It comes very natural to us. Keep coming on in. Welcome, you guys. It's good to see you all. Talking about forgiveness, and it sparked my attention from Dr. Ramani's interview with Lewis Howes on the School of Greatness. And so I just want to speak with you really frankly, because I'm sure, and from the comments, there's a lot of talk about forgiveness. What does that really mean, particularly when we're talking about being in a relationship with a narcissist? First of all, we know that this relationship is damaging to our spirit, to our heart, to everything about us. We lose ourself in this relationship. And then we spend months in therapy, hopefully, months trying to regain and reclaim who we are. So yes, the damage is great. The damage is great. And the act of recovery, so to speak, is a long, difficult journey. It's a journey. It's not a destination. It's a journey. I know we hear that all the time. But I want to talk about forgiveness. And I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to just speak completely honestly. As much as I love Dr. Ramani, she's done so much for me as she has for everyone else. I am a fan. I'm a fan. Dr. Ramani is one of many who have opened the door for us victims to become survivors, to be able to name and identify what it is we're experiencing and how to heal, how to protect ourselves. So kudos to Dr. Ramani and everyone else who have paved this way. I am coming to you not just as a survivor of a 30-year marriage to a narcissist, but also as a therapist of 22 years. So if you do the math, I was a therapist while I was married to a narcissist. And so for any of you out there who are high achieving men and women in a relationship with a narcissist, that's probably the biggest struggle in our healing journey is, how did this happen to me? You know, not that we're all, you know, better and holier than thou, but, you know, we're educated, we're smart, we're intelligent, we do well at our jobs. But it conquered us. This took us down. How is this possible? So, you know, part of the journey is acknowledging that this is something that happened to us. And it's not because of us. It's not our fault. We weren't the problem. It's not because we're weak or not smart enough. It's because we were in a relationship, whether it's a significant other or a parent, with someone who has narcissistic personality traits. And what that means is that we have no way of knowing. You don't interact with someone and identify their personality trait off the bat. And particularly the ones that are such that they are detrimental to other people when you're in a relationship with them. And the narcissistic personality disorder is just that. It is a disorder. So anyway, I'm not going to get too far off that. I'm going to bring it back to us. I want to share my story. I want you to know where I'm coming from and why this is so passionate to me. And then I'm going to talk about what about Dr. Ramani's statements moved me and then kind of rubbed me in some kind of way. Still trying to put my finger on it. So I was 17 years old when I met who I now know is a narcissist. Back then, at 17, he looked like my knight in shining armor. Just came and swept me off my feet. 17 years old, just hit the college campus. And, you know, he's already just, you know, very popular, well known. And, you know, I was coming from a small town and to a big college campus, didn't know anybody. And it was like, you know, I came needing something. This is number one. I always talk about the 50-50 rule. What was it about me? So anyway, I came needing something, whether it was connection. Number one, connection. Most of us can relate to needing connection. So I needed connection. I needed to feel inclusive. I needed to feel like I belonged, you know, which is not uncommon for most people. But some of us need it more than others. And that comes from our past. That comes from our experience in childhood and what we learned about ourselves. We're bringing all of this. So I brought all of this to the college campus. And I met my knight in shining armor. So because of where I was, he was fulfilling something for me. And because of that, I assigned him the role of making me happy. And so because of that, because of my needs, and because of how he presented himself, because I don't want you to think I'm saying it was my fault. I was being who I was. None of us are perfect. We all have baggage. We all have issues, right? So I brought my issues. Who doesn't? I brought my issues. I happened to come across or face to face with someone who was designed, for lack of a better word, attracted, I'll use that word, attracted to someone with issues like mine. Because their issues needed to connect with someone with issues like mine. And so through 5 years of dating, through college and a year after college, and then we got married, I am being groomed by this person. Unbeknownst to me, I'll probably say that a million times. But I'm being groomed by this person. But because I am needing something, wanting something, desiring something of this person, and what attracted him to me, or no, what attracted me to him were all of the things that I perceived would fulfill my needs. Isn't that how relationships start? So part of me is wearing blinders. That's how we miss the red flags, because we have on blinders. Again, not that that becomes our fault, because what I later learned is that his intentions for me did not serve me, they served him. But because I am now in love with this person, now I'm hooked. I'm in love with this person, and I believe he loves me. Therefore, my personality type is one that will more likely overlook, minimize, rationalize, and forgive more so than a different personality type. Again, that's why a narcissist is attracted to us. So this is now the cycle, and how we just keep bonding, and hence trauma bonding, over the years. I continuously try to get my needs met because who I believe him to be. Put all my trust, all my loyalty, all my faith, all my everything in this person. And 30 years later, 35 years later, I finally accept that I cannot change this person. That this person is who he is and always will be. There is nothing I can do about it. I can't be good enough. I can't be smart enough. I can't be his therapist. I can't fix him. There is nothing I can do. And after years and years and years of performing, of forgiving, of accepting, of submitting, of shrinking, I finally accept, after the last straw, rock bottom, there has to be a rock bottom, I finally accept, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And I do what's super, super hard for anyone who's been in a relationship with a narcissist, because the trauma bond is real. The trauma bond is not just, oh, I love him so much, and oh, no, it's physical. The trauma bond is physical, y'all. It's not some, just, I just hope he'll change. It is a chemical imbalance equivalent to an addiction. Equivalent to a drug. He was my drug. So we get addicted to what feels good. And then we accept the chaos. We accept the devaluation stages, the discarding, and all of that. This goes on for years. In my case, 35 years. This is what's going on. I finally leave. And, the word leave, it's so short. I wish I could say leave, because it takes much longer than just walking out the door. It is a process that requires a lot of support, a lot of tears, a lot of pain, a lot of doing what is super uncomfortable because we've gotten so comfortable in the chaos. And so now we are having to practice emotionally detaching, extremely difficult when you're trauma bonded, all of this. So we go through all of this and we finally get to a place. I finally have gotten to a place where I truly now know who I am, my authentic self. Now let's talk about forgiveness. Here's the thing. A lot of people think forgiveness is an obligation, like it's about freeing the other person and letting them off the hook and acting like what they did wasn't too bad. Or we're told to just forgive and move on. Forgive and let go, right? Let go, let God, those types of things. And sometimes that pressure that maybe religious beliefs tell us to forgive our enemies and things like that, that creates guilt and shame for us. But the truth is that forgiveness doesn't erase what was done. Forgiveness releases me from what happened to me or what I believed I allowed to have happen to me. So it's about forgiving myself. Now that's number one. Number two, I want to reframe forgiveness because forgiveness is so healthy. Forgiveness is so healthy. And now I'm getting to the part where Dr. Romani rubbed me wrong. And she was intense. She said, I will never. She was like, whoo. And then she said, and I sleep good at night. I said, okay. So good for her. But I felt a lot of negative energy coming out of her when she said, I will never forgive them. And to each his own. And I also understand how that helped so many people who struggle with forgiveness. And I just felt like I wanted to come on and talk about what forgiveness really is. Because this journey, this healing journey, it's all about me. It's all about you, the survivor. It has nothing to do with them. They are who they are. And yes, they have a personality disorder. That doesn't excuse what they did to us. Forgiveness doesn't excuse what they did to us. It excuses me. It excuses me. Because how many of us survivors blamed ourselves for so long? How many of us survivors said, what did I do wrong? Why couldn't I fix this? Why did I let this happen? How long have we been blaming ourselves? So forgiveness, in my opinion, is twofold. Number one, I forgive myself. And number two, I actually do forgive my ex, the person that I devoted 35 years of my 55-year life to. 35 years. And in those 35 years, I was manipulated and abused and disrespected and taught to shrink and disrespect myself and allow myself to be disrespected, and the list goes on. For so long. And today I forgive him. Because I don't hold any grudge. I hold zero anger and resentment. You know why? Because I learned so much about me in that relationship. I learned that relationship, my marriage, was a blessing and a lesson. And the lesson that I got from my marriage was, now I know. Let me tell you something. I didn't know what authentic meant for the longest time. Of course, I could look it up. When people said, I want to be my authentic, what does that even mean? I had no clue. My marriage taught me. Real life experience taught me what that truly means. It's not just a word anymore that I'm trying to figure out what in the world does that even feel like. Now I know, and I wouldn't have known. Now granted, sure, would I have preferred a different kind of lesson? Yeah, 35 years, that's a bit much. But hey, can we change what has happened? No. And so therefore I don't desire to. Instead, I want to learn from it. I want to grow from it. I want to thrive from it. I want to rise from it. And I want to be a testimony to others who aren't here yet, who aren't sitting in this space of being so happy, grateful, and in love with myself. Sounds crazy, right? That's so healthy. I hope you can say that. Love yourself so much that you can say, I love myself, without feeling like you're being arrogant or a narcissist. Self-love is so healthy. And anyway, tangent. I didn't, obviously, love myself enough prior to and during my marriage. I didn't know how. I didn't know what it looked like. I thought love meant pleasing someone else. I thought love meant someone else approving of me. I thought love meant so many things that didn't have anything to do with self. My marriage taught me self-love because I first had to know what it wasn't. I had to know, what does it look like to not love yourself? And I got 30 years of proof to myself of what it looks like to not love myself. I loved someone else more than myself. That's what I learned. That's the lesson. And so because of the peace that I have found today, because of the self-love that I have found today, because of the purpose in my life that I have found today, I forgive him. I forgive him. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some narcissists who are malignant and they are intentionally harming you. So I'm not judging Dr. Ramani. I'm not judging anybody's journey. Everybody's journey looks different. I happen to have the journey with a narcissist who did not physically abuse me, but sexually used me for his benefit. For his benefit. And amongst other things. And so everybody's journey is different and forgiveness will look different for everyone. But I promise you, that interview did something to me because my healing journey is about forgiving myself and forgiving those who hurt me. So the comment says, I know it couldn't have been easy for you to forgive initially. Absolutely. And that's the journey. And I'm glad you said that. None of this happens overnight. None of it. And that's why I said where I am today. I'm talking 5 years out of my marriage. 5 years out. Absolutely. When I first left, about to tell on myself, and I will. I wished him dead. Dead. Okay? I egged his car. Okay? Does that look like forgiveness? No. My forgiving spirit could not be found. Part of my journey was being able to get my anger out. Do you know what you did to me? I know I had issues coming into this relationship, but you did this, and this to me, and I didn't deserve it. So yeah, I'm gonna egg your car, and anyway, let me stop telling on myself. Yes. So no, forgiveness doesn't come right away. Absolutely not. And it may never come. There's no right or wrong to this journey. There's no right or wrong to this journey. This journey is yours. But what I am saying is, forgiveness does not mean you're letting them off the hook. Forgiveness means I acknowledge who you are. And that's not my problem. That's your problem. And it's a big problem. And my mission is to spread the word to the entire world. Look out for people like him. That's my mission. That's my mission in life. Look out for people like him. But I forgive him because I'm not carrying that with me. I'm not carrying anything into my new, beautiful, amazing life and my true, authentic self. It's not in me. That's not who I am. Like, my authentic self, my true self, is someone who forgives. And it's not about, it doesn't mean I'm giving them permission or I'm letting them off the hook. I am a forgiving person. I am claiming my true self back, and I am a forgiving person. Now, the lesson that I learned, that I walk away with, is not everybody deserves who I am. Not everybody deserves my loyalty. Not everybody deserves my dedication to them. Not everybody deserves my love, my heart, my soul, my empathy. Not everybody deserves that. He didn't deserve that. I gave it to him. I took it back. Thank you. I took it back. I took my power back. And so I choose to forgive because that's my power. Yes, forgiveness frees you. Yes, thank you for that comment. That's what I have control over. And I choose to forgive. I choose to let go. I choose to walk away. I choose no contact. I choose emotional detachment. I choose. And because I forgive you doesn't mean that you have access to me. Ever again. You won't. Ever. But I forgive you. Bye-bye. I forgive you, but bye-bye. I forgive you, and we'll continue to keep our distance, but I forgive you. I even love you. I love you. You're the father of my children. I love you. From a distance. From a no contact, no communication, no interaction, distance. Because that's how I protect my peace. That's how I protect my peace. Thank you for the comment. I packed a bag and left on Saturday after 14 years of mental abuse. You don't know what your future holds. You said, I don't know what my future holds. I'm going to do it afraid. Oh my goodness gracious. I love that. Oh my goodness, Tina, thank you so much. I truly believe Jesus has opened my eyes as big as they could be. In the last argument. That last argument was your rock bottom, Tina. That was your rock bottom. My rock bottom was an affair smack dab in my face that I couldn't ignore. We all have a rock bottom. And I like how you said the last argument, because there was many. There had been many arguments, right, Tina? That last one, something, it did something. But it's because you were ready. I was finally ready. So afraid, scared of the unknown and all of that, but something in us is ready. So Tina, walk through that door. Do it. I love it. I love it. And where you are right now, Tina, it ain't about forgiveness right now. It's about self-preservation. It's about survival. I want you to consider this life or death. You leaving is life or death. That's the point we have to get to. That's our personality type. We are so committed, dedicated, empathetic, loving, forgiving, all these things, all these years. We have got to get to a point where we can't take it anymore. So, Tina, forgiveness is not what it's about today. It's about keep walking one foot in front of the other. And it is a hard journey. Why? Because we love this person. I wonder if Dr. Romani was married to a narcissist, because married or a parent, I think it's so much different than a coworker, because there's narcissists everywhere. A coworker or a friend or, a boss or something like that. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not a competition. A narcissist is a narcissist. Don't get me wrong. But marriage and a parent. Okay, she was. Thank you. So it's interesting that, in a marriage, when you give so much to someone, it is just extremely painful to come to the realization that the person that we gave everything to was capable and willing to harm us emotionally, mentally, psychologically, physically, financially, legally. The list goes on. Sexually. Did I say that? Sexually. So Dr. Romani's comment says she said she is so angry for what he did to her. And that's the part that I'm not judging anybody, y'all. Please hear me. I'm not judging anybody, but I am speaking for me. I can't move forward holding on to anger and resentment. I can't. And how can we be happy and at peace? Let me use the word peace. Can peace embody anger and resentment? I don't know. So your comment says, hence why she won't forgive him, because she's still suffering from the effects on her life. And like I said, I wish her so much. I wish her peace. I wish her well. I wish her ongoing healing. This is a journey. It's not a destination. I'm not judging where she is. And I love that she can be so honest about that. But there are the part of this journey, my firm belief, and thank you for your comment. I agree. I can't live without forgiving others. That is what makes me who I am. I am a forgiving person. After I egg your car and, other things I won't name, I can forgive. I can. And it's a part of who I am. I could go on about this forever. So I'm going to stop, because everybody's journey is an individual journey. There is zero judgment on where you are. If where you are today is not in a place of forgiveness, that is okay. Be where you are. And that's where I was. And I needed that. I had 35 years of anger, resentment, frustration, stuffing, suppressing, denial. I let it out. And it felt good most of the time. But then I would crash. And then anyway, yeah. Do you see what I'm talking about? This journey is not easy. Allow yourself to feel all of those feelings. You deserve to feel all of those feelings. And if you're not ready to forgive yet or at all, that's fine. As long as you can say to yourself, this is who I am. And I'm okay with it. I'm at peace with it. It's all about peace, reclaiming your peace. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there, but I want to see if there was anything else I wanted to say. I'm going to stop there. Are there any other comments about this? Because my main goal is to validate anyone's journey. Everyone's journey is different. So your comment, even after forgiving, we still have pain and triggers. Absolutely. Forgiveness doesn't mean you just let go and that feels better. No. The journey is such that you will continue to feel. And that is also where our opportunities are. Forgiveness is a process. Healing is a process. And this is our opportunity to continue to grow and learn how to love ourselves. So, it's kind of a little bit about love your enemies. Like, that's powerful to me. I love you. You did what you did, but guess what? You have no power over me anymore, and therefore I have no feelings about what you did to me that I want to give to you. My feelings are mine. I've learned how to protect them. Thank you for that. I've learned how to protect my feelings and make sure who I give them to deserve them, and that my feelings are safe with you. So much that we learn about ourselves in this relationship with a narcissist that we can walk away with. And one day you will say thank you. Because that's what I say I say thank you. I'm done resenting. I'm done being angry. I'm done holding on. Now, do I still have feelings and triggers if a song comes on, an occasional dream? Absolutely. CPTSD is real. CPTSD is real. Thank you. Oh, that's powerful. That is the payback when we show no feelings at all. Absolutely. I will smile at him genuinely. Genuinely. It's not fake. Genuinely, for the most part. On the inside, I'll be a little bit like, oh God, can I leave now? But yeah, that's my survival mode. My self-protection mode is always going to jump in like, do you need me? Do you need me? Are you good? You good? And I'll be like, I'm good. I got it. And then I'll be like, nope, I'm ready to go. And then all my stuff will come. I'll be like, enough. Goodbye. Boundaries. I learned boundaries. I learned how to stand up for myself and to set boundaries for myself. I'm thankful. And on this journey, my prayer for you is that you get to a space where you are thankful. You don't have to thank them. You can be thankful. And we got one life. And I'm not handing him not another day of my peace. That's my truth. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I wish you well on your healing journey. I hope you will come back next week.